which go up and down the coast from, I hope I have this correct, from like the Farallon Islands, which are just off, when you're driving across the Golden Gate Bridge on a clear day and look out toward the horizon, the Pacific horizon, you can see the Farallon Islands from there. And then all the way down through the Channel Islands is one giant sanctuary that we can explore more in depth if we just knew what to do. And there's a really easy way to do that now. Joining us on the line from, I believe, Washington, D.C., if I have that right, Valerie Thorpe is with the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation. You can find them online at nmsfocean.org. Valerie, welcome to the program.
Hi, Randall. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us about this new app that your organization has put together in conjunction with another group so that people can get more out of their sanctuaries that in many cases they live right there next to them.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That app was developed, as you said, through a partnership with our foundation, of the National Marine Sanctuaries Office, and International Mapping, who's one of the developers involved. So it's essentially the National Marine Sanctuaries. There's 14 of them across the country, and as you said, there's the 4 off the coast of California.
So we have 4 off our coast.
Exactly. So Gulf of Farallones, you mentioned. Cordell Bank is just north of there, and then just south is Monterey Bay and Channel Islands. So you have the range there perfect, covering much of California's coast. And also, as you mentioned, a lot of folks just don't know about them. So with the nature of being underwater, it's a lot more difficult to visit, say, Monterey Canyon than it is to visit the Grand Canyon. But that's essentially what we're talking about, right, is underwater national parks. But so we wanted to put something together that would let you go there, let you visit it virtually, and that's what this app is trying to do. But at the same time, even when you're there, it tells you all about the sorts of places that you can go to and visit, sanctuary visitor centers, aquariums where there's sanctuary exhibitry, recreational activities, just the gamut.
So have you had lots of people downloading the app so far? How are you guys doing with that?
We really just launched it. You guys are you're our very first getting the word out there.
Oh, good.
So there's been a few, but it was just this past week that we actually put our release out.
Wow.
So,
okay, we are out in front, aren't we?
And I imagine that the 99-cent price, which is a great deal for an app like this, that 99-cent price then helps fund your organization.
That's exactly right. And it's going to, ideally what it'll do as well is to make apps for the other areas, the other sanctuaries that have the same sort of recreational activities like Hawaii or Florida Keys. But California just being so many residents and so many visitors, and there's just so many activities out there that it was a great pilot launch for us.
Give us an example if you were using the app and let's say you were exploring the Monterey Bay area. What might it direct you to do?
Oh, absolutely. So I'll give you a quick rundown. There's 3 main components that make up the whole app. First are the Atlas maps themselves, and they're stunning. International Mapping has created these highly detailed interactive maps for all the sanctuaries in the coast. And then we just loaded them up with 600 or so points of interest, shipwrecks, wildlife viewing spots, visitor centers, all that sorts of stuff. The second component is the plan your visit section. So like what you're talking about with going to Monterey, you can very specifically go in and say, okay, well, I know I want to do some whale watching and I want to fish. What are some of the things that I can do in that area? And it'll take you from the map itself, you can find specific sites. But then over in the plan your visit area, we also have partnership businesses that have teamed up with sanctuaries because they operate in a sustainable manner and do things the way you should around ocean wildlife that are outfitters that we recommend that people use for these sorts of activities.
Oh, that's great. So does it work somewhat in the way that like the Monterey Bay Aquarium's seafood?
Like for the choosing fish off the menu and it kind of guides you. Are you talking about the seafood guide?
Yeah, the seafood watch guide. Would your app help you maybe pick a restaurant in the area that uses sustainable fish and those sorts of things?
Oh, absolutely. It's a fantastic idea. We haven't done that specifically with restaurants at this point, but that's a great, great idea. So far, I've just done that with recreational outfitters, but that's a fantastic idea.
So you're kind of rewarding those businesses that are benefiting working in concert with the Marine Sanctuary, but you're kind of rewarding the ones who you like their practices.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Valerie, I like your definition. One of my questions was going to be, what exactly is a national marine sanctuary? I liked when you said it's an underwater national park.
That's really, and it's just we're unfortunately America's best kept secret, and we're trying to change that. It's we span the space that Sanctuaries covers. It's more than 170,000 square miles of ocean and Great Lakes waters, and we're actually larger than the Park Service system of land. But again, it's a lot more challenging to get to some of these places, so we do things like this to try and take the ocean to the people.
Valerie, does your app alert people to some of the threats that the National Marine Sanctuaries may face, like the underwater plastic boom or whatever that whole thing is that's floating underground?
Right. There is some information in there about some of the top 10 activities that you can do to help make things more sustainable and practice ocean etiquette on your own, best wildlife viewing practices, and some of the basics, but a few more in-depth things that some folks just don't think about. And then it also links back to all that sorts of information that's on our website as well.
I imagine because it's a map, or at least a component of it is a map, does it have the ability to figure out where you are based on your phone's GPS and then guide you to get to one of these locations?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the most exciting things about this. And again, this is credit to our partner, International Mapping. They actually really built an intricate tool set system with these maps that can do a great deal. Now, to take advantage of most of that, you need to be in California. But yes, it would tell you exactly where you're at and how far it would be to get someplace. But one of the other things that's a lot of fun about this is that it lets you create your own points of interest on the map. Oh. So if you wanted to note where your favorite surfing spot is at 6 a.m. or where the best fish tacos are, or it's wide open, so you can modify that in any way that you want.
Oh, that's cool.
The fun with that is that you can then share that with anybody else that has the app. So we see a lot of applications for this in families that vacation, and you got kids you're trying to keep interested, and you let them plug in their favorite places where they went and what they did, and you've almost got your little family travel blog right there, amongst yourselves. It's not something that then would share outside unless you wanted to. Of course, it has all the social media tie-ins, so you can Facebook this or tweet your locations or your favorite spots and that sort of stuff as well.
Well, while cool. I realize this will be greatly expanded, right now the app is perfect for people living between San Francisco and Santa Barbara, which is our listening area. So, Valerie, it's so wonderful to have you on the show, and I'm glad that we're your first media outlet to get the word out. Valerie Thorpe with the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation. Find them online at nmsfocean.org. You can also go to our website under eatdrinkexplore.com for a direct link to Valerie's organization. Keep up the great work, Valerie, and alert us. Let us know when you have anything along these lines, or if there's some big update to the app. Right now, is it only for Apple iPhones and iPads?
It is just iOS currently, but we are going to expand to Android.
Okay, good, because I have switched to the Samsung Galaxy, and I wanted to put it on my phone, and I couldn't do it. So, Valerie, thank you so much. Have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Randall. Thanks, Patty. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone, stick around. Just after the break, we are going from oceans to fog. It's not a far leap. Back in a moment.
Luna Red Restaurant in downtown San Luis Obispo is the perfect spot for a weekend brunch offered every